What's up, party people? My name is David. This is Franchise Revival, bringing you another episode of Franchises. What is Franchises? It's where we simulate the entire NFL upcoming season, 2025-2026, updated rosters with the newest rookies and free agent signings, trades. And not only are we going to tell you who's going to win the MVP, the Super Bowl, and lead the league in stats, but we're also going to be entertained and see what are the best slow sim playbooks, so you can apply that to your slow sim leagues. I know a lot of you are in new slow sim leagues with the new rookies and updated rosters. Also, want to let you know I fixed a lot of the ad breaks that were put into these games because I let this algorithm doing it, and they put like 40 ads in every video. So I eliminate most of them. So sit back, enjoy, and thank you for watching.
Started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway from Cincinnati. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Burrow looking to pass. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's the 2nd down and 6. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Here's 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. But there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. 2nd and 6. They'll set up a throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Now a 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. T.J. Watt, the all-pro, in there to take him down. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
So free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a 1st-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the 1st down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Slipping into the backfield for the sack was Oren Burks. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the 1st. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
A short one there to Freiermuth. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And they'll get him down right around the 16. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. This is 2nd and 8. Now they try the right side here. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Infraction, defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
And that last penalty makes this third down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5. They're going to look to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Ben Skoranek
From 13 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
2nd down and 8.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Here's Burrow.
That's caught. Andre Yoshivas.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. That's taken on the 25. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
After 1, it's 9-0. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it 2nd down and 11.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half, as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
2 yards to go, second down.
Now it's Burrow.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down. From the gun, a give to Brown.
And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode.
They've got his man complete. Through the middle of the field. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. DK Metcalf. 88 yards.
And the Steelers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
And out now, here come the Bengals. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. This pass complete to Higgins. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now Burrow.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
11, 11, 11, 11, mighty. 12, 12, 12.
An inside give, Brown. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now a short one to Gesicki. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Burrow. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
The Steelers offense and DK Metcalf getting ready to go back to work. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Complete to Austin here over the middle.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He finds Austin complete.
We saw plenty of throws like this in Columbus last year. He's got his guys a 1st down. Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
Escaping the pressure right. And just shedding him off there. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain.
Some early fireworks from this rookie quarterback getting the start in week 1.
And every time a rookie quarterback gets to start week 1, you and I both know the extra attention that comes with it. We know that he's going to throw the football, but will he make the right decisions? And in this case with his legs, he showed the defense there's an extra dynamic to his game.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the give, it's Warren.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st.
He'll look to throw.
Got his man. It's Warren.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So no touchdown that time, but they do get 3 more, and now they have even more of a cushion.
It's been a terrific first half offensively, so it's hard to blame them for not getting into the end zone there. But the way they've been moving the ball in this one, I don't think these will be their final points of the game.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're
you don't
down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
He finds his man complete. That's Moss. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
That is caught, and he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow looking to pass.
Open man is Yoshivas. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
Again, it's Burrow.
This one complete to Yoshivas.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally. Burrow will throw. He'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10.
2nd and 2. First down marker at the 8.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And it's caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
T. Higgins,
as the first half is winding down.
and the Bengals are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Steelers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
He'll take it inside the 25.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
That'll give him 8 that time. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back to throw. Out route, and he connects with Freiermuth. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. 2nd and 7 from the 20. They go play action with Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's to his tight end all. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. From the 46, here's 2nd and 4. They're passing here. Joe Burrow throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
To the air again, Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Mike Gesicki, 54 yards. And the Bengals have got it back to within a score. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will get them one closer. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he stopped immediately there. And a tackle there by Jermaine Pratt. 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out, got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. Now Burrow. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Now it's Burrow. Over the middle, complete. It's Higgins. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7. Now it's Burrow. Now inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 56 yards. And the Bengals have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
They're going to try and run. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the 3rd quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established again, and try and get back in the lead.
Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. 3rd down and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
Misdirection's the key on this play. They line up with 3 receivers to the opposite side of the tight end, and they're all going to work their way across the field and let the tight end slip underneath against flow the other way. They're banking that he can get lost, and that's exactly what happened as they pick up a first down.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On third down, he'll drop to throw.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. We are through three quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line.
The Bengals set to take over. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
False start, offense.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Oh, what a great job defensively to stack things up. They were committed to stopping the run. They knew it was coming. And now it looks like they should get the football back as they force an important 3 and out.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. It's fielded at the 45. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
He'll find his man Skoranek over the middle.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. In motion right is Austin.
And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Holding, offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. On play action, they'll throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, The goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out first downs, and that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it's second down. Here's Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Chase, the motion man right. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. And Chase will go in motion left. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Andre Yoshivas. 52 yards. And the Bengals use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a Bengals score. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now wasted time going right back to DK Metcalf. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw again. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Got his man. It's Warren.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Back to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Warren.
And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right?
No.
Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Here we go. 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here we go with Burrow. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded just inside the 30. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The visitors' offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively.
That's to Freiermuth. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And Freiermuth going to have a Steelers first down as he'll get this down to the 40.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. That's caught. It's Austin left side. And he will have a Steelers first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Well, it will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Well, partner, that'll do it. You know, these week one primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation. A fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it, both of these teams came in with the idea, get off to the start. Get off to a 1-0 start and get your season going. That could spark an excellent season for them. They've got that in their pocket now.
So for the Bengals, it's a great win here on a Monday night as they'll start the new campaign 1-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.